Some traditions change without you noticing. For years, the Atlanta Jazz Fest meant all day in Piedmont Park with friends, elaborate setups, hours of wandering the park and listening to good music. Now it's quieter, at least for me. A blanket, a couple of drinks from one of the vendors. My wife taking advantage of the Beltline access to get some exercise. Simple. But this year I decided to pack my camera and try something I haven't done in a while. Go out with no agenda, no specific project, no vanishing point aesthetic to chase. Just see what happens when you stop being so precious about your work. I've been so focused on my street photography projects lately, so methodical about the shots I need, the conditions I'm waiting for. I almost forgot what it felt like to just observe and capture. To let the camera be curious instead of purposeful. To help me in this creative pursuit, I chose to park near the Krog Street tunnel, which is a few miles away from Piedmont Park. I walked along the Beltline on the way to the Jazz Fest, stopping everywhere that sparked my interest. The interplay of the new and the old, as the Beltline has become a centerpiece of Atlanta development. I felt reckless in the best way possible, like when you first start taking pictures and everything seems worth documenting. The thing about getting good at something is that you can become your own creative restriction. You know what works, so you chase what works. You develop standards, which is essential, but sometimes those standards become walls. Jazz Fest hasn't changed much in the past 20 years that I've been coming here. Same Memorial Day weekend energy, same mix of families and music lovers spreading blankets and claiming their spots. Same reminder that summer is officially here. But I was seeing it differently this year. Not as someone with a camera looking for the perfect shot, but as someone with a camera just looking. Wide angles of the crowd, something I rarely shoot. The energy between people instead of just the buildings they inhabit. I only had one rule. Capture the feeling of being there, not the performers. There are enough photos of musicians and plenty of people out there with cameras and drones who would capture it. I wanted the spaces between the music. The conversations during set changes, the way a whole community settles into a park for an afternoon and even the evening. I left home around 5:30 hoping to catch Marsha Ambrosius at 7. I spent so much time wandering along the Beltline that I did not arrive at Piedmont Park until 7:30. Thankfully, the universe gave me a gift. She didn't take the stage until 7:45. After a little bit of wandering and soaking in all the energy, I found my wife and we settled in on a spot in the grass and soaked up the rest of the concert in the dark. Sometimes the best creative decision is knowing when to stop creating and just experience. 48 hours. That's what this turned into. From walking out of my door at 5:30 on a Saturday to posting this video Monday night. A creative reset, disguised as a day at the park. I came home with images I'll probably never use for a project, B-roll that might not find its way into anything, anytime. But mostly, I came home reminded that creativity needs room to breathe. That sometimes the most productive thing you can do is to be deliberately unproductive. If you're stuck in your own creative patterns, whether that's photography, writing, whatever you make, try a 48-hour reset. Pick something, anything. Grab a free weekend, Give yourself permission to be curious instead of perfect, and see what you come back with. The Jazz Fest will be back next year. The creativity, well, that's always available. We just have to remember to let it out of its cage sometimes.